And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders all around the world. This is FXPassion with another recorded webinar, and you should see this webinar on Tuesday. Okay, this is Forex trading for beginners. Let's check the time. Melbourne 2, almost 3 a.m. Singapore, almost 1 a.m. Madrid, almost 7 p.m. right? Quarter to 7. New York, quarter to 1 p.m. London, England, quarter to 6 p.m. and Toronto, Canada, quarter to 1 p.m. Also, everybody, our goal for you is to become consistently profitable, minimum 3 months, knowing when, how and why you make and or lose money. You should not be allowed to trade with real money until you reach the goal. What is the goal? To become consistently profitable. If you are not going to listen to us, here is the risk disclaimer. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and the webinars are not investment advice. They are for educational purposes only. For homeworks and or coaching and or training or just questions, you can send questions to the Gmail contact, Skype contact or LinkedIn contact. That being said, let's check what do we have. So we are following this schedule, right? So this is the last week where we are going to learn about the Fibonacci's. So today is the rules for trading the 3 Fibonacci's part 1. Okay, let's read this picture. Let's see these rules, everybody. So we're going to go very slowly, and then I'm going to explain to you on the live charts. Okay, so how to use the 3 Fibonacci's, things to ponder. Number 1, all the rules apply to all Fibonacci's and on all time frames. Okay, so we are going to use the same rules in an uptrend or in a downtrend. Same rules for trading the original Fibonacci, same rules for trading the confirmation Fibonacci, and the same rules for trading the contrarian Fibonacci. Number 2, very slowly try to understand number 2. Every Fibonacci can have the contrarian Fibonacci and the Fibonacci of the confirmation. And yes, also the contrarian Fibonacci can have a contrarian Fibonacci. If not, how are you going to find the C of the contrarian Fibonacci? Makes sense, right? We want to enter at confirmed C. So if we are going to trade a retracement, then we need to find a confirmed C inside this retracement. So yes, also the contrarian Fibonacci can have a contrarian Fibonacci, and also the contrarian Fibonacci can have the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Number 3, when comparing larger time frames and smaller time frames, and this is what we are going to talk about today, it's possible that the contrarian Fibonacci on the larger time frame is the original and or the Fibonacci of the confirmation on the smaller time frame. Okay, I'm going to repeat again. When comparing a daily chart to the 1 hour chart, it's possible that we have an original Fibonacci in an uptrend, but we are going to have our original Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart in a downtrend. Okay, can you imagine in your mind we have an original Fibonacci on the uptrend, right? So maybe it's better if we can start showing you. So on the daily chart, we are going to have this is the original Fibonacci. Okay, so this is the original one, and on the 2 hour chart, okay, so this is the contrarian, right? So there you go. This is the contrarian. Let me see the Fibonacci. Okay, let's color code differently. So this is the daily chart, right? Daily chart. Let's write this down. Daily chart. Let's go very slowly for the beginner trader. This is going to be a little bit complicated in the beginning, okay, until you learn the rules to follow, then it's going to be easy. So daily chart, clone, and on the right side we have the 1 hour chart. So we have a higher time frame and we have a smaller time frame, right? And let me see, then we have here like this, and on the 1 hour chart we are going to have this, right? Like this, like that, like this, and like that. Okay, maybe a swing up, right? Higher high, higher low, and here again a swing up. Okay, there we go. So on the 1 hour chart, this is the original one on the 1 hour chart, original one, and we have the Fibonacci retracement. There you go, this is the contrarian on Fibonacci. So edit levels, different, okay, there you go. So on the daily chart, our Fibonacci, our original Fibonacci is up, right? But on the smaller time frame, our original Fibonacci is down, right? Because what we can see, what we are seeing the same picture, but on the left this is the higher time frame and this is the general movement of the trend, and this is the short-term trend. So when we are trading the Fibonacci's, it can happen that, let's say, you're going to say, well, I'm going to trade the confirmation Fibonacci on the daily chart, or you're going to spot the confirmation Fibonacci on the daily chart, and you're going to say, well, let's trade the, let's say levels, let's trade the confirmation Fibonacci on the daily chart because the market found the C, right? Well, maybe this is not the best example, just give me a second, it should be lower, right? So confirmed C would be something like this. There you go. So right now we have the Fibonacci, we have the confirmed C. There you go, this is the better example. So we have the confirmed C on the daily chart. We have the original Fibonacci is up and we found the confirmed C. Why is that? Because the maximum, the extension of the contrarian is below the A, right? So, and now the market started moving up. It made a swing up with 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows. So you are thinking, well, this is the confirmation Fibonacci, so I'm going to trade the confirmation Fibonacci, right? Because the market found the confirmed C and I'm on the daily, right? So this is going to be an 80% trade, which it is, okay? Now, where is the problem? Well, this picture from the higher time frame is different when we're talking about the Fibonacci's. This picture is different. The Fibonacci's are positioned differently, right? So I have an up original Fibonacci, but when I move on the 1 hour chart, which is my trading time frame, I have a down Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart. And now, what are the rules? Well, the rules are clear, and the rules are saying that the original Fibonacci is the most important and that we should trade in the direction of the original Fibonacci, right? So, but our original Fibonacci is down on the 1 hour chart, right? So if this is my trading time frame, what should I do? And I have a, also I'm going to a few pips and I'm going to have a conformity on the 1 hour chart. So, and this is when sometimes Fibonacci trading is confusing, right? And the Fibonacci of the confirmation on the daily chart is what? Is the contrarian. If you're going to trade this one, right? We're going to trade, we overslept, we didn't enter at the C, right? We missed that entry. So we said, oh, no, okay, we learned this, we can enter with the Fibonacci of the confirmation, so we're going to trade this. But this on our trading time frame, on the smaller chart, on the smaller time frame, equals to the contrarian, right? So this is what this picture explains. So number 2, every Fibonacci can have the contrarian Fibonacci and the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Yes, also the contrarian Fibonacci can have a contrarian Fibonacci. If not, how are you going to find the C? And number 3, when comparing the larger time frames and smaller time frames, so let's undock this. When comparing the two charts, right? When comparing the two charts, okay, there we go. Maybe something like this. When comparing the larger time frame to the smaller time frame, it's possible that the contrarian Fibonacci on the larger time frame is the original Fibonacci, right? So the contrarian on the, the contrarian on the daily chart is equals to the original on the smaller time frame, on the 1 hour chart, and or the Fibonacci of the confirmation on the smaller time frame, states number 3. Number 4, in other words, the retracement of one could be the extension of the other, right? So the retracement on the daily, if we have traded this one, the retracement on the daily would be the previous extension on the 1 hour chart, because we have 1, 2, we are in the third swing right now from the daily chart and 1 hour chart. Okay. Number 5, the D of the original Fibonacci is stronger than all the other Ds from other Fibonaccis. This is, we learned this in the previous webinars, right? Whatever the, not this one, no, this one. Whatever the 1 hour time frame, whatever the small hour time frames are doing, and how can I, okay, whatever the smaller time frames are doing, when the original Fibonacci hit the D, game over. Okay, so D, this is the D from the original, the daily chart, this is the D up here, and let's write. So we have the A down here, we have the B up here, we found our conformed C, okay, and when the market hit the appropriate extension, and it was in the blue, at the blue light, right, blue goes to blue, when the market hits the appropriate extension on the higher time frame, okay, not the higher time frame only, but the original Fibonacci is stronger. So it doesn't matter what you have in between. So you are here and you want to trade this Fibonacci of the confirmation, and your take profit is up here. Here is the D, here is the blue, this is the D extension of the original Fibonacci. So when this happens, you need to cancel all the Fibonacci's, all the small time frames, and and start all over again. We're going to show you in just a few seconds. Number 6, always remember, if things get complicated, the larger time frame controls the lower time frame, and the market will always go in the direction of the greater force. Monthly, weekly, daily, 2-hour chart. So, if this is the example, right? We found a confirmation Fibonacci on the daily chart, and we go on the daily, we go on the 1-hour chart, and we don't know what to trade, how to trade. So the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. So instead of selling this original Fibonacci, oh Passion, but you just said that the original Fibonacci is more important than the contrarian. Yes, but the rule number 1 when trading the Fibonacci is that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. The 1-hour chart is going to do what the daily chart is going to do. So if we did find a confirmed C, and if this is the confirmation Fibonacci, the market most likely is going to move up, right? So, and if the daily is going to move up, making higher highs, higher lows, what do you think the 1-hour chart is going to do? The same, right? Because the 1-hour chart is the structural part of the daily chart. So we are going to trade the contrarian Fibonacci on the 1-hour chart with the reference, the Fibonacci of the confirmation from the daily chart. I'm going to repeat. When you found a confirmed C on the higher time frame, the daily chart is just an example. Could be the monthly, could be the weekly, could be the 1 hour, and you are trading on the 5 minutes, whatever. When you found the confirmed C and the market is showing you that the trend is reversing from the downtrend to an uptrend, right? It's making higher highs, higher lows. But on the smaller time frame, you have the Fibonacci in the opposite direction. We are going to trade what the higher time frames is saying. So we are going to trade the confirmation Fibonacci on the daily chart, right? But from our trading time frame, because we don't have trillions and billions of capital, right? So when we go on the smaller time frame, could be 1 hour and 5 minutes. So when we go on the smaller time frame, we are going to trade the contrarian Fibonacci, okay, knowing that this contrarian Fibonacci represents the Fibonacci of the confirmation on the higher time frame, okay. And sometimes, everybody, the Fibonacci are not 100%. Sometimes the market is going to do this and is going to hit the extension on this smaller time frame, okay. When this happens, bear in mind that Fibonacci are not 100%, but bear in mind that you cannot say, oh, this BS, that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame is not working, because I was trading the confirmation time frame. I was trading the confirmation Fibonacci from the daily chart, and I got stopped out. Why did I get stopped out? Because the 1 hour chart hit the extension. No, everybody, remember, no, this is not the way to think. And you can argue, but Passion, this is what the market did. Yes, the market fall, okay, but it's not that the market fall because the lower time frame controls the higher time frame. Okay, sometimes this is going to happen, but not because the 1 hour chart is controlling the daily chart. Sometimes the market likes to play around, right, stays in the sideways movement, and we know, we have learned that the market can do anything it wants, when it wants, for how long it wants. And sometimes the market is going to break our Fibonacci of the confirmation because it's going to fall deeper inside the AB boundary. So this is going to be our C, but nonetheless the market should go up if the trend is going to continue. This is why this is a confirmed C. Okay, in conclusion about this topic, when you have contrarian Fibonacci's in the opposite direction from the daily chart or in 1 hour chart, when you have opposite Fibonacci's from the higher time frame and from the smaller time frame, you and we are going to trade what the higher time frame is saying. Okay, now when do we lose money? When the beginner trader lose pips. Then we're going to check the next topic. Beginner traders who are trading the Fibonacci's, or maybe not, right, are losing money in here. So okay, so this is still the daily chart. This is our C from the time being, and on the 1 hour chart you have the first swing, right? So this is going to be your original Fibonacci is up. It's just an example, it happens all the time, but the daily chart is like this. So your contrarian Fibonacci on the daily chart, right, equals what? The retracement, right, on the 1 hour chart. So if you analyze the bigger, the higher time frame, you need to be aware where are you and where is the market. So from the daily chart, if you can see the market is, this is why so many times I'm saying when we have the Forex trading week, which is going to happen next week, I said, well, you have a problem entering this long trade. Oh, Passion, why is that? Because you are entering a long trade against the short-term trend. If you look at the daily chart is making lower lows and lower highs, and you are entering a long trade on the 1 hour chart, right? So this original upswing, this original Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart equals to the contrarian of the contrarian, but still is still the retracement on the daily chart, right? And moreover, let's say that you on the 1 hour chart the market is going to do this and this and that, right? And you are going to plot contrarian Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart, and you are going to say, well, I found the deep C, I have the confirmed C on the 1 hour chart, and you are going to buy in here, right? And when most likely you are going to lose, why are you going to lose? Again, because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. You can have all your stochastics and Ichimoku and RSI and MACD pointing up, this market is going to fall. Why is that? Because the stochastic and the MACD and Ichimoku and everything is going to point a different direction on the 1 hour chart that it's pointing on the daily chart. Everything is up on the 1 hour chart, but everything is down on the daily chart. So when the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, you need to be careful, everybody, and analyze carefully the market and see what are you trading, where are you entering. Okay, you need to project your entry from the smaller time frame to the higher time frame. Right? We talked about this. We need to have two time frames: the trading time frame, which could be the 1 hour chart, and we need to have the confirmation time frame, and the confirmation time frame is a bigger time frame. Could be 1 hour daily, 2 hour daily, 4 hour daily, right? Could be daily. The confirmation could be the weekly. You can trade on the 5 minutes, and the confirmation is going to be the 1 hour. So before you enter a trade, you need to confirm in what area of the Fibonacci are you entering and on what side. Because if you are going long on the 1 hour chart, you are going against the short-term trend, and you are risking for the market to stop you out. Oh, Passion, how do you know? Well, I don't have a confirmed C, right? And again, everybody, if you're a beginner trader, just because sometimes the market is going to go your way, and you're going to be thinking, oh, this is not, I'm going to end, the 1 hour chart is moving, so I was right. No, you were lucky. This is not knowledge. Okay, this is luck. Sometimes the market is going to do this. Okay, we are going to have a non-confirmed C from the higher time frame, right? And the market is going to go up. But this is not knowledge, everybody. If you are going to talk to any experienced trader or investor, for what matters, and you are going to show him that way of doing, he's going to say, well, this trader, John or Mary, he is not knowing what he is doing, because this is pure luck. Oh, it's not. Yes, it is. It's pure luck, because we don't have the crystal ball when we trade. You entered a trade against everything that makes sense. You enter a long trade against the short-term trend on the higher time frame, risking more than you are making. Tell me how this is not luck, everybody. This is pure luck. Okay? And if you enter this trade and you won, no problem. Just be sincere to yourself. Say, okay, I was lucky this time, but I shouldn't do this. Because in 1 or 2 months, if you're going to do this, you are going to burn your account. I can promise you that. I've been there, everybody. I did this. Okay, it's not working. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, next, let's see. Number 7, trade only what you understand and what you are comfortable with. Again, if you don't understand this relation between the smaller time frame and the higher time frame, just go with the higher time frame and trade the original Fibonacci, and that's it, no problem. 8, you are going to forget all of this, and this is true. If you are not reading the rules and the pictures we are giving you daily, most likely you are going to forget all of this, especially when we are going to move on the next topic in the coming months. You are going to forget all of this. And number 9, the retracement and the extension from the higher time frames are more relevant than the retracement and the extension from the smaller time frames, especially when the D on the larger time frame is hit. What number 9 is saying is what we've been talking about, that this retracement is more relevant than this extension. This is the number 9. Okay? So, the trading rules. Let's write this down. The trading rules for the beginner trader. Please send questions to my Gmail or Skype or LinkedIn or on the YouTube channel. Send questions. Okay? Number 1. So, trading rules. Number 1, enter trading only in the direction of the higher time frame. This is number 1. Whatever you are going to do, everybody, enter trading only in the direction of the higher time frame. Don't focus on the smaller time frame. This is the less important. Don't focus, everybody, on the 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart, 4 hour. Don't focus on these charts. Focus on the higher time frames, because we are going to trade only in the direction of the higher time frame. Oh, Passion, but I don't like trading retracements. No problem. Go find another currency pair, or go find a smaller time frame where the retracement from the higher time frame is going to equal the extension on this small time frame. I'm going to repeat again. If you don't like, if you don't understand, if you are not comfortable trading retracements, go find another smaller time frame when the retracement is going to equal an extension. Okay? Either way, enter trading only in the keyword in here is direction. This is the keyword. Okay, so if the higher time frame is moving down, making lower lows and lower highs, you should be short, not long. You should be short. Or in a downtrend, in a down Fibonacci, if the market is making higher highs and higher lows, right, you should be long and not short. So enter trading only the direction of the higher time frame. Okay, so this is number 1. Number two, stop loss goes or below / above the capital A of the original Fibonacci on your trading time frame, or below / above the C of the higher time frame. This is number 2. Stop loss goes or, now, below or above the capital A. So let's clean up this example. Let's say that we accepted the fact that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, and let's say that we found on the 1 hour chart, we found a downtrend, and this is our original Fibonacci. Original Fibonacci is in here. This is the 1 hour chart, and you say, well, I don't like to trade retracements, and this is a retracement of the original Fibonacci on the daily chart. But you found that this retracement, right, is an extension on the 1 hour chart, right? The market retraced and now it's going to extend. So you have the original A is up in here on the 1 hour chart, right? And the original B is in here of the on the 1 hour chart, and the original C is in here on the 1 hour chart. So when you are going to enter in the direction of the higher time frame, the daily chart in this example, and we're going to go short But we don't like to trade retracement, but we are going to find an extension, a downtrend. Right, on the 1 hour chart the market is in a downtrend and the retracement are up. So we are going to short the market on the 1 hour chart. The stop loss must go or above or below the C, or above or below the capital A of the original Fibonacci on your trading time frame. So if I'm going to short the market on the 1 hour chart, stop loss up in here, everybody, not the C, not the C on the 1 hour chart, not the original C on the 1 hour chart, but above the A. Okay, why is that? This is the safest place to put the stop loss. Why is that? Well, because this, come on, clone, this stop loss in here is this stop loss up here. This is why. And if the retracement is going to continue, or even better, if the market is going to stop us out, well, this is good news, right? Because this is a sign that the retracement is over. Either way, stop loss goes above the capital A of the original Fibonacci on our trading time frame. Okay? Or below or above the C of the higher time frame. Okay, so the C is down here. This is our C. Okay, so because we are shorting, which C are we talking about? Not the original C. Okay, which C are talking about? Think about. This is the trade from the 1 hour chart. Stop loss is up in here. What C are we talking about in number 2? Well, we are talking about the C of the higher time frame. But which one? The one that we are trading, right? So we are talking about the sub C, everybody. Sub C. Sub C. Okay, this is going to be the sub C. Confirmed sub C, everybody. Confirmed sub C. Okay, so why is that? There is, well, it doesn't make sense to put your stop. I mean, you cannot even put your stop loss down here because we are shorting the market, right? But when we are talking about the C, is the sub C. Okay. Passion, what happens if we don't have a confirmed sub C? What happens if we don't have a confirmed sub C on the higher time frame? What happens if we don't have a confirmed sub C on the higher time frame? And the answer is, what do you think? What do you think? If we don't have a confirmed sub C, what do you think? Where should go the stop loss on the higher time frame? So this is the sub C, right? So sub A, and don't bother, everybody, we're going to talk about the trading rules all the week. Sub A, sub B. This is why today is part 1. Sub A, sub B, sub C, right? Well, our sub C is not confirmed, right? So if the sub C is not confirmed, where does our stop loss go? Yes, right above the sub A. Okay, because why is that? Well, the same rules apply, everybody. This is why the picture was stating before. Number 1, all the rules apply to all Fibonacci's and on all time frames. Okay, so when we are trading the retracement, meaning when we are trading the extension on the smaller time frame, and we are trading the same thing in reality. Okay, just easier to see on the 1 hour chart. It's a little bit a little bit more difficult to see on the daily chart, but we are trading the same thing. So if we don't have a confirmed sub C, our stop loss should go above the sub A. So it's the same. Okay, now what is different is when you have a confirmed sub C, then yes, you can put your stop loss above the sub C, right? Not the sub A, but the sub C. Why is that? Well, the same rules apply. The sub C is a confirmed sub C when the maximum extension of the contrarian Fibonacci is above or below the A. Okay, so we are trading the contrarian Fibonacci, where we are trading this retracement. We are trading the contrarian Fibonacci. And to enter a high probability trade going short, we want to enter at the confirmed sub C, right? When this happens, the maximum of the extension is going to be above the sub A. This makes this sub C a confirmed sub C. So we are entering here a 80-20 trade. And this is the reason why we can, if you want of course, why we can put a stop loss in here. Not in here, but in here. Okay? Now, if we had, but this is for another webinar tomorrow, when we have the original Fibonacci from the smaller time frame go in the same direction, then goes the Fibonacci of the confirmation from the daily chart, then of course the stop loss is going to be below the C. But this is the topic for tomorrow. Everybody, if you are going to trade with the Fibonacci, please watch this recorded webinar over and over and over and over. Okay, try to watch this webinar and implement what we are teaching you in the live charts. Okay, watch these webinars over and over and over again, because today you learned something. Tomorrow, if you are going to rewatch the webinar, you are going to learn something new. You are going to say, oh, but this was not in the webinar yesterday. Your awareness, when you are watching again and again and again, your awareness is expanding, everybody, because you start to understand more and more. The more you understand, the more you can learn from these webinars. Okay, everybody, send questions. And until tomorrow, stay strong and trade with passion. This is FXPassion signing off.